Welcome back, everybody. You're watching Sport Federation TV, of course, every Friday night where we talk about sport in the Western Cape. Fantastic to have you along, and tonight we'll be catching up with a number of our sport codes. We'll be talking about softball in a second. We're going to go back to shooting, and we're also going to catch up with gymnastics. And of course, as you know, next week's it's the South African Boxing Championships happening here in Cape Town. So lots to talk about tonight, but first on the lineup for us tonight is, and I've got to get this right, Western Cape Softball Masters High Performance Coach, Player and Umpire, Marion Ford. Marion, welcome to Sport Federation TV. Nice to see you on the other side. How are you?
Hi, JP. I'm fine, thank you. And thanks for the invitation.
Yeah, so Marion, first time for us to have you on the show, although you've probably been in the studio many times, but from an online point of view, we've now finally got you. Western Cape Softball, let's start at the beginning. For folks who don't know, what is Western Cape Softball Masters?
Western Cape Softball Masters is a team that is basically collated by players. You know, if you look at the setup of your IPL and your hundreds at the moment, where teams are compiled of different players from different areas or countries, ours are basically consist of our team at the moment, the Legends and Masters team, the Battered Legends and Masters team associated to Western Cape, has players from various teams, and we're all 35 and over, with our oldest player at 74. So basically,
did you say your oldest player is 74 years old?
Yes.
74. Okay, all right.
That's right.
I'll leave that in your hands.
That is our darling Lorraine Primo. She's our oldest, and we have Dorothy Reynolds at 67, and then we have Joan Daintree at 64. So yeah, we basically have three legends in our team. So what we've done is we've made sure that what we have in our team are players that can play together, can make this team. And every year there's a tournament of SSA Masters, and you then go and join this tournament. And funded by your team, you go and play in the Masters tournament. There you play with your peers.
Right. So
now
everybody
you
in the
have
Masters
chance of also meeting your peers, your other colleagues from other provinces and so forth and so on.
So is everybody that's playing in the Masters, I'm assuming they've been playing softball most of their life?
Yes, they've been playing softball for most of their lives.
Yeah.
However, so now they get to where we call that the kick-out stage. You know, when there's 9 players in a team, so now you're going to the bench. But basically you're going to the bench because of 35, and you're just like, okay, I need to play with my peers now.
So the players that you've got currently in the Western Cape men's softball team, and of course the Western Cape women's softball team, and the various clubs around the province, when they reach the age of 35, do they then move into the master space?
No, they don't. They don't have to. But it's a choice that you make. So you actually form a team. You don't form a club, but you form a team.
Okay.
And that team then now decides to go and play in the South African Masters tournament, which is hosted by provinces.
Just tell us a little bit about Masters and their sort of training. How often do Masters train? Is the routine the same? Is the coaching the same?
Everything is still the same, with the pace only differs now.
Right.
Because now you need to understand. You have to basically look at who can run that 18.9 meters, and who can't, and who can bat the ball, and who can, and whatever. Because you do have some of us still hitting home runs and reaching first base now, eh?
But Marion, the Masters themselves, the players, you're talking about obviously folks that have been around for a while. The Masters, do they also connect to the younger players? Do they talk to them as mentors? Do they give them a bit of guidance?
Yes. At any point in time that they can make a person understand, a younger generation kid understand how important it is for them to come in to play the game. They do that. Because if we don't do that, we will then be playing, and we don't want to play. So you will always on a Saturday, what I see, and it's very, very it's heartwarming when players say to a player, okay, I've been playing in this position all this time. You want a player? So come, take over, you do it. I will now stand on the sideline and I will now champion for you. And that
Right.
is what we're trying to do. We're also wanting to make understand that softball is a lifelong game. You
Yeah.
don't have to give it up. Because if you don't make it in your team anymore because younger generation is coming, there's the
Yeah.
masters. Move on to a team that has a masters.
So
Go
you,
and play there. It's once a year.
Marion, what's next for Western Cape Softball Masters now? Have you got any big events coming up?
Yes, we're going to Pretoria on the 22nd of September to the morning of the 26th of September.
Yeah.
We're going to compete in the Masters tournament in Pretoria. Um, our team of 16 with our compliance officer, our scorer and umpire. We will be leaving on the morning of the 22nd, and we will be competing as of the Thursday morning. And everything is done under the COVID ruling. And right now, as a team, we are compliant by our Western Cape Association. And traveling, we will have to enforce all of that. So when we get to the games, we will have to do the same.
So this is for the National Masters, the South African National Masters Championships.
That's right.
All right. How are we going to do? Is Western Cape the best Masters team in the country?
So we would like to think. You must remember, although Western Cape is only about legends and masters going, Kenfak, Phyllis and Pirates, choices are open to other teams. Other teams like your Kenfacts, like your Glenthorns, your Avondales, your Falcons, they're not going. So basically, normally Cape Town has the most teams that enters these tournaments. So right now there's only 3 going, and what are our chances? Our chances are good, very good, because we've got a couple of very fit, agile, and what do you call it? Competitive,
passionate
masters in our team.
Marion, we're going to leave it at that. It sounds fantastic. Western Cape Softball Masters. You have the championships coming up then on the 22nd of September. It's great to see what you guys are doing to keep everybody connected, to keep people moving and not leaving the sport, because they can start off as youngsters and they can play all the way through to the age of 74 and beyond.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us. It's really great to see that you guys are staying so active, and it's fantastic to know that there's a home for anyone that plays softball for the rest of their life.
Come and join. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you for the opportunity. I hope this has made an impact, not just on a person of age, but also on the younger ones, knowing that softball is a vehicle to keep you going, and it also a vehicle to look out to these other competitions in Cape Town softball that you can do and aspire to. You can go and play for your Western Cape under 23 team, or you can go and play for the NPC team, and you can. There's lots you can do, and there's lots you can aspire to. All you need to do is show up and play, be there, do something. Don't stay at home. Play sport.
Marion, we'll leave it at that. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch up again soon.
Yes, we will. Thank you,
Thank
JP.
you. There we go, folks. Marion Ford, high performance masters coach, player and umpire. They're going to the South African National Championships then on the 22nd of September. And great to see that the flag is flying for Western Cape Sport, and we wish them the very best of luck. And it's great to see that once you start playing the sport, there's a home forever. We'll take a break. When we come back from the break, we carry on talking sport in the province. Back in a sec.